Today is a very auspicious day, appearance day of Sita Devi, consort of Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan. There is only one Supreme Lord, one God. Ekam eva dvitiyam, or Eko Bahunam Jobidadhati Kaman. He is one Supreme Person among many persons, and he is the one who provides for everyone. Infinite is complete. Nothing can be outside of him. Otherwise, he cannot be infinite or absolute. So he's one. But he may have many different kinds of pastimes, forms and pastimes, actually unlimited. In scripture, we only get description of some in Bhagavatam, but in reality they are unlimited. So one of them is Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan. He is performing such pastimes where ethical principles, morality is highest importance to teach us living entities of this world that we should follow these Vedic prescriptions of Varna and Dharma. So he appears in this world together with his consort Sita Devi. You know, her father is Janaka Maharaj. But it is not like ordinary father and ordinary daughter. You will find similarity because Radharani is Sita, Sita is Radharani. They are also same person, complete potency, but doing different pastimes for different, when Krishna appears in different forms. So as you know, Radharani appeared unnaturally. She appeared on a floating lotus flower on Jamuna river, in egg on lotus flower. When Vrishabhanu Maharaj was doing tapasya, then when he brought that egg to Kirtida, then it burst and Radharani came out. Bol Shri Radharani ki jai. But she was not opening her eyes. Only when Krishna came, she opened eyes. First, she saw Krishna because she's existing for Krishna. In similar way, Sita Devi also appeared unnaturally. King Janaka had no offspring, no children. So he was requested by sadhus, Brahmins, to do one yagya. So when he was preparing the field for that yagya with a plow, when he was doing, then his plow stuck in some box under the earth. Then he took that box and opened, and from that box Sita Devi appeared. Bol Shri Sita Devi ki jai. Like this. Then he accepted as daughter. So both Radharani and Sita appearing in such unnatural, astonishing way. So Sita Devi, we heard in Ramayana, all good qualities, very beautiful and all good qualities, ideal character. So in that Swayamvara, when the bride will choose her husband, but in this case it was conditioned by Janaka Maharaj, whoever can string that bow of Shiva, he can get his daughter. So many tried before, many princes, but they could not even lift that bow, what to speak of stringing it. But when Ramachandra came, while he wanted to string that rope, that bow of Shiva broke. So it was confirmed that she will marry him. She also wanted. So then Ramachandra was banished to forest, and he was following the wish of his father, who was that Kaikeyi. Kaushalya is mother of Ramchandra. Kaikeyi is mother of Bharat. So when Dasharatha Maharaj, in one fight, he was in danger, his wife rescued him, Kaikeyi. Then he said, I will fulfill 2 of your desires whenever you will want. So now, by the bad association of Mantara, that maidservant, Kaikeyi came under the influence of her, and she requested Dasharatha that her son Bharat should be king and Ramachandra should be driven to forest in exile for 14 years. So because father promised, he could not say no. And Ramachandra, when he heard, he immediately decided, yes, I will go. Then Sita also as wife, she said, I will also go. Then Ramachandra said, no need for you. It is for me, this punishment. I have to give up all this royal paraphernalia, everything, and I have to do tapasya in the forest. Sita said, no, I will go with you. I am your wife. So they came, and Lakshman also came, younger brother. Baladev or Nityananda, same, Lakshman. So then in the forest, we were hearing on that Ramayana. So Sita showed ideal character in Varna, Ashram, Dharma, and 3 times she was examined whether she is chaste or not. So 3 times she passed the test by fire, and another one I forgot, and the last one was, she said, oh Mother Earth, if I do not think of anyone else except Ram, and if I do not engage all my senses only in the service of Ram, then if I don't engage my senses for the service to anyone except Ram, then you open. So then it was proved that Sita Devi is only thinking of Ramachandra and only engaging all the senses in the service of Ramachandra. Then earth opened and one throne came up, and she sat there and she was taken to earth, because earth is witness. There are many witnesses, not only Krishna as Paramatma. He is original, he sees everything, he's giving fruits. But in Bhagavatam there are, I think, 13 witnesses. Earth, then fire, who are witnessing our activities. So we cannot hide. So it was proved. So Sita, and there are many pastimes in Ramayana, we were hearing how she was ideal character to be followed, complete devotion to Supreme Lord Ramachandra. So on today's day is her appearance anniversary, but that Leela is happening in some material universe. Continuously in some universe it is happening. In that way, that appearance is eternal, and also in the heart of some fortunate pure devotees, they can experience that Leela inside their purified heart. So I saw in India, I went to some temples of Sitaram. One also means most of the time in Murari Gupta's house in Mayapur. So I am remembering Shri Sita Devi standing beside Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan, bowing down to her lotus feet and praying for her causeless mercy for pure character, for pure devotion to Supreme Lord. Also today is the appearance day of Nityananda Prabhu's potency, that is Sri Jahnava Devi. As we will hear here, our Gurudev, he wrote biography Srimati Jahnava Devi. Shri Varuni Revata Vangsha Sambhave Tasya Priya Dve Boshuda Cha Jannavi. Shri Surja Dasasya Mahatmana Sute Kakudmi Rupasya Cha Surya Tejasa Kechit Shri Vasuda Devim Kalo Api Vrinvate Ananga Manjarim Kechit Jannavim Cha Prachakshate Ubhayam Tu Samichinam Purva Nyayat Satam Matam. Lord Balarama's wives Varuni and Revati became Boshuda and Jahnava, the two wives of Nityananda Prabhu in Chaitanya Lila. Here it is mentioned as Jannavi, also possible, Jannavi or Jahnava. Both of them were daughters of Surja Das, who was as effulgent as the sun. He was Kakudmi, the father of Revati in Krishna Lila. According to another opinion, Jahnava was the avatar of Ananga Manjari. Both these opinions are possible, as we have shown that more than one identity can be joined in associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our Gurudev explained, like in earth, you have many elements, sound, touch, form, all these, all are there. So like that, in one associate of Mahaprabhu, many can be present inside. Like in rasas also, qualities of Shanta Rasa are present in Madhurya Rasa. And of Sakya Rasa also, all are present there in Madhurya Rasa, qualities. So like that, in one person, can many qualities or personality can be. So Ananga Manjari, you know, Baladev Prabhu, he is elder brother of Krishna in Krishna Lila. So Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda Devi, they said to Balaram, your younger brother is very naughty and he cannot do anything, and so you have to take care of him when you are going to forest. So in Balaram there is some Vatsala Rasa also there, because he is elder brother. In Ram Lila he was Lakshman younger brother, but he was depressed because of that, because he could not fully serve Ramchandra Bhagavan as per his desire, because he was a younger brother. He had to follow the orders of Ramachandra. He could not order him, I will massage your feet. But in Balaram Lila, he ordered Krishna, I will massage your feet. So this same Baladev, he is serving in Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya and Dasya in Krishna Lila, but because he has that tinge of Vatsalya Rasa as elder brother, he is not participating directly in Madhurya Rasa Lila of Krishna with the gopis. There is some Rasa Birod, that not Rasa Bas, but Rasa Birod, they are not compatible, because Krishna has to be hero in front of gopis, but in front of Mother Jashoda and he's a young small boy in order for Vatsalya Rasa to be. So these two Leelas cannot happen at the same time. When Radharani and Krishna, if they are together in front of Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they are both like children. And she's having such affection. But in like cowshed, then they can do their Lila, in Madhur Lila. So Balaram is not directly participating in Krishna Madhur Lila, but Baladev in Vrindavan, he takes another form so that he can serve in Madhur Lila. That is Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari is same as Baladev, another form. So in the form of Ananga Manjari, who is the younger sister of Radharani, he is serving directly in that lila. In Radha Kunda, you will find Ananga Manjari, that place is there. In the middle of Kunda, like island is there, that is the place of Ananga Manjari. That is Baladev, but in that form. So that is compatible. And of course, all the throne and all the utensils and everything for the worship, that is also Baladev Tattva. So in that way, he is serving in Madhur Lila. So that Ananga Manjari, she appeared now in Gaur Lila as Jahnava Devi. Nityananda Prabhu Shakti, Srimati Jahnava Devi, appeared on the Shukla Navami Tithi of Vaishak, that is today. Her father was Surja Das Sarkel. According to the Gauriya Vaishnava Vidhan, that is encyclopedia, her mother's name was Bhadravati. Gauriya Vaishnava encyclopedia. All different devotees are explained there in different terms and all this. Her mother's name was Bhadravati. Surja Dasa's Shripa, that is home, is in the village of Shaligram, which is not far from Navadip, close to the Muragacha station on the Eastern Railway. Surja Das was the third son of Kanksari Mishra. His older brothers were Damodar and Jagannath, his younger brothers Gauridas, Krishna Das Sarkel and Rishinga Chaitanya. Surja Das Pandit made his home in Shaligram, not far from Navadip. He held an important post in the service of the king of Gaura, as a result of which he was given the title Sarkel, which means commander, and earned a large amount of money. Surja Das and his brothers were all very pure in their character, and they had a spotless reputation. His virtues are innumerable. His daughters were Boshuda and Jahnava. But if this is from Bhakti Ratnakar. Vasuda in Sanskrit or in Bengali Boshuda is one name of earth. In Bhagavatam you will find many times Vasuda, that is earth, Diti, earth. Surja Das Sarkel and Krishna Das were brothers who both had great faith in Nityananda Prabhu and were filled with love for Krishna. Surja Das Sarkel was a magnanimous devotee whose brother was Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas took his permission to come and live in Ambika on the banks of the Ganges. Narahari Chakravarti Thakur has written about Jahnava Devi's holy life at length in his Bhakti Ratnakar. Every manifestation of Vishnu Tattva has three energies, which are known as Shri, Bhu and Nila or Lila. Nityananda Prabhu, the Vishnu Tattva, means omnipotent Supreme Lord, possesses these three energies. In the 12th Taranga, that is wave of the Bhakti Ratnakar, Lord Nityananda Prabhu's wedding is described as taking place according to human custom. The essence of that description is as follows. A certain Kayasta named Krishna Das, the son of Horihor of Borogachi, a village near Shaligram, made arrangements for the wedding of Nityananda Prabhu. A certain elderly Brahmana from Shaligram saw that Surja Das was worried about finding a suitable husband for his two daughters and made the following suggestion. In the village of Ekachakra in Raradesh are a Brahmana couple named Harai Pandit and Padmavati Devi, They were Vasudev and Rohini. Rohini is mother of Baladev, in their previous roles in Krishna Lila. Lord Balaram has appeared as their son Nityananda Prabhu. He traveled to all the places of pilgrimage and performed many austerities. He is a great scholar and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dearest associate. He is the eternal husband of your two daughters. In a dream, Surya Das also had a vision of Nityananda Prabhu as Balaram and Boshuda and Jahnava standing to his left and right in their forms as Revati and Varuni. When Surya Das took the Brahmana's advice seriously and offered the two girls to Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet, Nityananda Prabhu mercifully gave him the same vision directly. Surya Das forgot himself in ecstasy. He saw Boshuda and Jahnava as Varuni and Revati, whose forms were more effulgent than mountains of gold and kumkum. Standing to the left and right of Balaram, they were decorated in magnificent jewelry and bedecked in fine, colorful clothes. Nityananda Prabhu revealed this magnificence to his devotee in order to give him joy, and Surya Das completely forgot himself in his ecstasy. This is from Bhakti Ratnakara. The Adivas, or preliminary function rituals on the eve of the wedding, and the wedding itself were conducted in the house of Krishna Das Circle in Shaligram. All the Brahmanas of Borogachi and Shaligram were present there. The fortunate Surya Das Circle gave his two daughters away to Nityananda Prabhu according to the religious rites and popular custom. At Sachi Mata's request, Nityananda Prabhu stayed for some time in Navadip after his wedding in Shantipur. He then moved to Saptagram, where he stayed with Udarandatta Thakur, and then established a residence on the banks of the Ganges in Karda. You know, first Nityananda Prabhu was playing as a boy, many Krishna Lila, Ram Lila, everything. Then he was as a brahmachari to that sannyasi for traveling to all holy places. Then when he came to Navadip after Vrindavan, then Navadip, then at that time he was like Avadhut, beyond all Varna, Ashram, Dharma, Avadhut. Then when Mahaprabhu ordered him and Haridas Thakur to preach, then they were in the form of sannyasis. The form and mood of sannyasis. Mahaprabhu told you beg from every door, not rice, dal, sabji, but they should chant Krishna's name, because Krishna is their father, mother, beloved, everything. You request this from all. So that time they were sannyasi. Then when all the devotees were coming to see Mahaprabhu in Puri when he was sannyasi, then after some time Mahaprabhu said, in Bengal they are very much degraded people. Only they are worshipping this in Tamogun and doing all sinful activities, all this. So I don't see anyone else except you who can preach in Bengal to rescue all those people there. So he ordered him. At that time, he also ordered him, and you will have to get married. In Puri, Mahaprabhu ordered him. So then when Nityananda Prabhu returned, then this marriage took place. So in one life, Nityananda Prabhu played all ashramas roles, but all for the service of Krishna. Jahnava Devi herself had no sons, but Nityananda Prabhu's other potency, Boshuda Devi, gave birth to Virabhadra or Virachandra Goswami, the manifestation of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. It's from Gaur Gangesh Deepika, and Ganga Devi, the manifestation of river Ganges. Ganga also we heard how she appeared In Gaur Lila, she became daughter of Vasudha. The Sam means daughter of earth. According to the Gaur Ganadesh Dipika, Ganga Devi's husband, Madhavacharya, is an avatar of King Shantanu. King Shantanu you will find in Puranic Charitavali of Gurudev. He is father of Ganga. No, he is husband of Ganga. Because Ganga told him, I will marry you, but you should not comment or oppose any of my activities under this condition. Then he said, okay. So first, she was killing all the sons, because that whole story is there, I cannot now say. They were Vasu's cursed, and she wanted to liberate them. They were praying to Ganga, so she was killing all children, 7, immediately after birth, but he was not able to protest anything. He was afraid. But at the 8th son, he protested. That is why she could not kill, and that he became Bhishma, because he did the more sin than other, in that why they were cursed, so he had to remain long time in that birth. Bhishma, Devavrata. Virabhadra Goswami was inundated with Jahnava Mata's mercy, becoming her direct initiated disciple. Her son became disciple. Nityananda Das writes in his Prema Vilas that when Virabhadra saw Jahnava Mata in a 4-armed form, his mind was changed and he took Diksha from her. Once when she was cooking, he came in that festival, she was cooking, and she did not have that cover on there, but she was engaged with 2 hands for cooking. So when she saw that he's coming inside, she had to cover her with that sari, but 2 hands were already busy in cooking, so she manifested 2 more hands and put there. So then Virabhadra understood she's not ordinary person. Of course, this is Lila also of Virabhadra. He's also supreme. Then he took Diksha from her disciple. Without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu's potency, Jahnava Devi, no one is able to cross over the ocean of material life, nor can one obtain the service of Nityananda Prabhu and enter into the loving service of his worshipable Gaura Hari and Radha Krishna. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in his Kalyana Kalpataru. We sang, before I started recording, we sang this song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhavar nave pore mor akulo paran. So here the translation is no, this not full translation is not given here, so I will read from the book. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, having fallen into this vast ocean of material existence, how will my bewildered soul find this shore? I have no clue how to reach it. Means come out from this. I have no strength of accumulated pious activities, knowledge, sacrifices, yogic practice, austerities, or religiosity. Indeed, I have no resources at all. I am extremely weak and don't know how to swim. Who will rescue me from this calamity? The crocodile of sense enjoyment is a ferocious sight, and the waves of lust are constantly agitating me. I cannot tolerate the raging winds of the consequences of my activities in prior births. I did so many things, not Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but he's speaking for conditions of so many activities we did, and the reaction is coming like force. You cannot stop that. So I cannot tolerate. But real devotee, he will not pray for being rescued from that results of his actions. He will only desire, O Supreme Lord, I only want to serve you. What I did, let me get. But I want your service. So here, that is, I cannot tolerate. It is very difficult to tolerate all that. I simply weep with an agitated mind, for I see no sailors to rescue me. O Shri Jahnava Devi, by virtue of your own good qualities, I have no good qualities. Nothing I did good. I only did bad things, and that is coming after me. So there is nothing by which you can bless me. I have nothing. So out of your own good qualities, out of your own compassion, show compassion to this servant today and remove my afflictions by giving me the service. Here now he's further saying, I have determined that I will cross over this vast ocean of material existence by taking shelter of the boat of your lotus feet. I cannot swim and I see no shore, nothing. So I will take the boat of your lotus feet. You can rescue me. You are the potency of Nityananda Prabhu and the authority on Krishna Bhakti Guru. Kindly bestow your lotus feet, which are like a desired tree, upon this servant. You have delivered many sinful persons. Today, this wretched beggar falls at your lotus feet. Our Gurudev told when explaining this song that because she is so merciful, even more than Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is unlimited merciful, most merciful, even more than Mahaprabhu. But Jahnava Devi is more merciful, being his consort, that Shakti. She's Krishna Bhakti Guru, Nityananda Shakti. So, and she rescued so many fallen, fully fallen souls. She rescued. So without any fear, without any hesitation, I am also coming to you. I know you can rescue me. You will not refuse me. And you have that power to rescue me. Because you rescued like that. So many of them. So without any fear, without any hesitation, without any doubt, I decided, yes, I will take your shelter. By your grace, I will cross over this ocean and get ultimate goal of life, Krishna Prem, that is safe boat, which can cross. So today, by your own good qualities, you kindly please consider my plea, my submission. I am taking shelter of my pledge, or not plea, pledge, or I don't know in English, my request. You please consider my request. I am taking your shelter. Please rescue me. The great devotee Krishna Das, in his song, which begins Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Brindavan, in our mat we are singing these songs when doing Mandir Parikrama in the morning after Mangalarati. There has prayed for Jahnava Devi's mercy after glorifying Krishna's name, abode and associates. Remembering Jahnava Devi's lotus feet, the lowly Krishna Das sings the names of the Lord. Shri Jahnava Pada Padma Koriya Smaran, Dino Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtan. That song. Shri Jahnava Pada Padma Koriya Smaran, Dino Krishna Dasa Kohe Nama Sankirtan. Morning, that tune. Jahnava Devi was present when Narottam Das Thakur put on a great Diti installation festival at Keturi village on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. Indeed, the installation of deities took place under her direction. She personally prepared the first offering to the deities and offered it to them. That time she was cooking. For deities and for all Vaishnavas she was cooking. She then served the prasad to the assembled devotees. Cooking, offering, and serving prasad. All seva she did. Early that morning, Jahnava Ishwari rose in great delight, took her bath, and did her mantra meditation, means Sandhya. See, even she is doing Sandhya to teach us. We have to do Sandhya. Then she began to cook innumerable vegetable preparations with great enthusiasm. All of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal associates from Bengal were very happy to see Narottam Das. Jahnava Devi, the daughter of Surja Das Sarke or Pandit and wife of Nityananda Prabhu, worshipped by the entire universe, expert in the distribution of the pearl of Prema, was delighted to hear his name, means of Narottam. Her joy increased when she observed his renunciation and uncommon love for Krishna. Jahnava Devi mercifully came to Keturi, making everyone happy by being there and giving her darshan to all. How can a person as fallen as I describe the compassionate nature of Srimati Jahnava Devi? This is from Bhakti Ratnakar. Jahnava Devi's travels are described in the 11th Taranga of Bhakti Ratnakar. While traveling from Keturi to Vrindavan, she stopped in a prosperous village where she delivered some atheistic unbelievers and criminals and bestowed Krishna Prema upon them. See, even criminals, that is why Gurudev said, I have no fear. I am coming to you. I take your shelter. You are able to rescue me. When she arrived in Vrindavan, she saw the samadhi of Gauridas Pandit, that is her uncle, which moved her to tears. Gauridas Pandit in Krishna Lila is Subal Saka, most dear friend of Krishna. When she was in Vrindavan, the leaders of the Vaishnava community, such as Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Lokanath Goswami, Bhugarbha Goswami, Madhu Pandit, all came to offer her their respectful greetings. Today on some calendar also it is written that Madhu Pandit appeared or disappeared today, but we have no biography. And also it is not mentioned on our calendar. She took these Vaishnavas and visited the principal temples of Vrindavan. Madhu Pandit made Radha Gopinath Diti there in Vrindavan. Madan Mohan, Govinda and Gopinath before going to Radha Kunda. There she met Raghunath Das Goswami, who was engaged in the constant chanting of the holy names and whose body was emaciated by his austerities, means he was very thin. Jahnava Devi remained in Radha Kunda for 3 days engaged in bhajan. She heard the sound of Krishna's flute while sitting on the banks of the Kunda and had a vision of Sri Krishna that overwhelmed her with waves of divine love. The ghat where Jahnava Devi bathed and had this vision is today known as Sri Jahnava Ghat. You will find there, you can visit there. She then took the company of Vaishnavas on a parikrama of Brajamandal. During this parikrama, she heard Jiva Goswami speak on Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Brihad Bhagavatamrita is written by Sanatana Goswami. So Jiva Goswami was giving Harikatha on that. Just let me see if today, 1 second, Madhu Pandit, whether it was today or yes, disappearance of Madhu Pandit. Some calendars they give. Yes. So in Brajamandal, she was hearing Jiva Goswami speak on Brihad Bhagavatamrita. On the return journey to Gauradesh, that is Bengal, Jahnava Devi visited numerous places. She spent 3 or 4 days in Keturi, some time in Buduri, the place of Nityananda Prabhu's birth in Ekachakra, Katwa, where Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Jajigram, Shrikanda, Navadip, Shrida Mayapur, Ambika, and Saptagram, where she visited Udaran Datta's house. During her travel, she met Sri Yadunandan Acharya and Srinivas Acharya in Katwa, Srila Narottam Das Thakur and Sri Ramachandra Kabiraj in Jajigram, and Sri Raghunandan Thakur in Shrikanda. Finally, she returned to Karda, where she recounted the story of her entire voyage to Boshuda and Birabhadra Prabhu, the son of Boshuda. So Jahnava is Diksha Guru. Before, I think I made a mistake. I said mother gave to son. No. Birabhadra Prabhu is son of Boshuda, not of Jahnava. But Diksha Guru is Jahnava. I think I made a mistake before saying. By Jahnava Devi's mercy, Nityananda Prabhu's dear associate Parameshwari Das Thakur was fortunate enough to see Sri Gopinath united with Sri Radharani in Vrindavan. When he returned to Karda and told Jahnava Devi and Boshuda what he had seen, Jahnava was overwhelmed with feelings of prema. She instructed Parameshwari Thakur to go immediately to the village of Antpur and install deities of Sri Radha Gopinath there. Jahnava Devi arranged for Virabhadra Prabhu's marriage to Yadunandan Acharya's 2 daughters, Srimati and Narayani, both of whom became disciples of Jahnava Devi. So Virabhadra is her disciple and his wives also are disciples of Jahnava, same Guru. So today is Sri Jahnava Devi's appearance day. I saw one photo of her deity in Ekachakra, Nityananda Prabhu, one side Boshuda, one side Jahnava. I am bowing down to her lotus feet and praying for her causeless mercy. Today also is the not registration, founding day of our Gokul Slovenia institution by the grace of Gurudev. Because when Gurudev was in 2002 in Slovenia, he gave us biography of Parangurudev, that which he wrote to translate into Slovenian language for the centennial celebration of Parangurudev, which was in 2004, but it was celebrated for 3 years, 2003, 2004, 2005. So he gave us that print, not in a book, in A4, those papers. That time it was also not printed as a book yet, in 2002. So he gave us that. Then after we translated, then my mother was asking Gurudev, now how we should publish this book. In the name of, no, first this book is like for general distribution to public, to all, or we just print and on papers and give to devotees. Then Gurudev said it is for all. And also my mother asked Gurudev, in what, like as Chaitanya Gauriya Mat or as what? Then Gurudev said, better you register Gokul in Slovenia, then you publish in that name. And Gurudev explained that Gokul means Global Organization of Krishna Chaitanya's Universal Love. It means it is for all, because all jivas, they are coming from Krishna. So devotion to Krishna is for all. So we are inviting all, we are requesting all. But if someone does not want to accept, that is another thing, because jivas, all they have free will. But from our side, we are giving to all, without any discrimination. And universal love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means one who will have love for Krishna. Then in that relation, he will also have universal love, means he will have love for all living entities, seeing them in relation to Krishna. Like in this world, we see we're fighting this nation, this group, that group fighting, but we don't know that we are actually coming from the same source. We are all brothers and sisters in relation to God. So when one comes to that Krishna Prema, transcendental platform, he cannot have any violence to any living entity. He will have love for all, seeing them in relation to Krishna. So that is universal love. Mahaprabhu demonstrated when he went to Vrindavan through the forest there in Bihar, Jharkhand. There he was loudly chanting Harinam, and by hearing that Harinam, the tiger, lion, elephant, it touched their soul, and the rabbit and birds, also snakes, everyone, they were awakened to their real self by Mahaprabhu's grace, and they were in their real self. I am eternal servant of Krishna, all are eternal servant of Krishna. They overcome their material conditioning, that material nature. So before, there is a food of tiger, but now tiger and deer, they were together walking without any fear, and they were chanting Harinam and kissing each other. Elephants also. Rabbit was not afraid of elephant. All this. Why? Because they crossed that material conditioning and they realized their real self, and they had mutual love relation. We are all interrelated in relation to Krishna, so there are loving relation. Like Prahlad, he also saw like that, not through politics and these things, but he saw others from same source. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's universal love. He has, and his associates, they have, and Gurudev made this organization so that this will be practiced by the members and propagated by the members. So we have to practice according to instruction. Gurudev told you have to follow the instructions of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. Those instructions, then first you have to worship Krishna, and also you try to bring other souls to the service of Krishna. Then Krishna will be happy, Gurudev will be happy. So this universal love we have to awaken within our heart by this devotional practice under the guidance of Guru. It will be more seen when we reach the stage of Nishta. At that time, you have Amanina Manadena. You don't want any respect from anyone, and you can give due respect or due love to everyone. You can tolerate, you can have no false ego. You are in real ego. You can always worship Krishna with bliss. So on the stage of Nishta, that is visible, and at that time it is more effective also preaching for others. So Gurudev once he told me, first you worship Krishna, then gradually people will also want to know what is this. Then you can explain, and in this way you can increase. So at that time, Gurudev also gave some instructions. So we decided, and on today's Titi, we founded that Gokul Slovenia organization by the grace of Gurudev, and he approved and was encouraging all the time, asking me how is the program, all this. So today we are observing this anniversary, and we published that Parangurudev's biography in Slovenian language, then also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precepts of Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Slovenian language, and also Hridrog Kam, Gurudev's book, that is translation in English, and we have internet site, and we had many programs, public and house programs. So it is all by the causeless mercy of Gurudev to engage us in the service of Krishna and to help or to try to bring others also to the service of Krishna. By that we will not lose, because Krishna is unlimited. So there is no envy. You can bring unlimited jivas, you will not lose anything. Your share, no, you will get more. So, and Krishna will be happy. That is for his satisfaction, because all jivas we are suffering because of being averse to Krishna. Krishna does not like to see us suffering. So if someone is trying to bring suffering jivas to the service of Krishna, Krishna will be very happy, like getting back his lost sons who are in trouble. So all preachers, those who are real preachers, they are trying to bring jivas to Krishna to satisfy Krishna, not for any other purpose, name and fame, money, this, that, no. That is not service of Krishna. So we have to, Gurudev told me, we have to worship and encourage others for worship, then Krishna will be satisfied. So today I am praying causeless mercy of Gurudev to give us strength to follow his instructions. That time Gurudev also wrote, I am praying, when he gave blessing, he said, I am praying to all merciful Guru Gauranga, Radha Krishna, to bless you and to give you the strength to serve them. So I am praying to Gurudev and his organization that we may develop that universal love, Krishna Prema, and to bring others also to this. Jai Gurudev. So tomorrow we'll hear further Bhagavatam. Yes. My mother is the first president of this Gokul organization and still president. So I'm praying her grace also. Tomorrow we'll hear Bhagavatam.